man we've all been waiting for. Here he comes!
You got long arms, you're good.
The most important thing when you're climbing is to know completely supported by your belay, and you can completely climb to 100%. And if you fall, absolutely they have got you in control.
Hi, welcome to SMU Gravical 2019, and we are here at SMU Garden, right?
SMU Green.
Yeah.
SMU's Garden.
So we are starting with our U17 finals, and we have actually 13
girls who have qualified for the U7. I have never seen so many girls in a final before this. I think this is my first time.
Almost double the number. Usually it's 8.
You've been climbing a lot longer than me. Have you ever seen 13 people?
No, I have not.
In the finals before. So we have 13 girls, but we still have 8 guys. So we're going to actually see quite a number of girls climbing on their own.
Yeah. So about today. 5 of them. So we are waiting for them to start. They will have 3.5 minutes to climb. They will have to do 3 boulder problems. And of course, the scoring system follows number of tops, number of zone, number of attempt to top, and number of attempt to zone.
Yes. They're fighting for podium spots, first, second, and third. And it also means first, second, and third get promoted to novice.
Yes. So today our schedule will follow right after U17 finals will actually be novice finals.
And we have started with our first climber. She's on the wall right now. That is To Kyla from St. Joseph Institution International.
Right. So making quick work on this boulder problem. You can see that the holes are volcano shaped, and the thing about this hole is that sometimes they are very deep, so they're almost like a very good jug. But then you can't tell by just looking at them. Sometimes they are shallow.
You can look at it from the bottom, and because it basically concaves inwards from the bottom based on the sunlight or the light that you're in, it actually looks very, very nice.
Yeah.
Like incredibly nice. It really is a nice surprise. Or maybe not so nice surprise. If you end up, you go up like, actually not very deep, huh?
Yeah. But the thing is, this wall is a bit inclined, so the start move is really important to keep your body tension. You need to make sure that your core is awake.
Yeah.
So for a first route, with your core need to immediately kick in.
Okay, what time is it now? It's about 11:55. Let's hope she took her time in ISO to really wake up. There she goes again.
Right now, what you're witnessing is the...
So for our climbers, it's really important that they make every attempt count, because it will affect the ranking.
It's not even the volcano handholds though. Even what she's trying to go for right now,
the slope.
I'm gonna say heart-shaped looking holes. Let's go with heart-shaped, okay? Or bean. We go with bean. Yeah, bean-shaped holes.
And yeah, so this hold is actually nice when it's in a positive position.
Yes,
but the root
now
setters...
it's not really an undercling, but it's kind of facing her.
Yeah.
So it's really not a very nice position.
She needs to make sure that her body is going upwards so that would work in a tension.
Yes. But she still has to keep that angle in order, so she kind of has to go up and still stay low at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's worth remembering that these are our under 17 climbers, which basically means what it says, they are under 17.
Yeah. But there are some of them who are really making some of our more veteran climbers feel anxious. They'll be like, oh no, they're running after me.
Feel very old.
Well, they are the
I always say
future.
once they get promoted, they should just keep promoting so they can get out of the category.
Well, because now more secondary schools are having
Yes,
rock
correct.
climbing teams,
Yeah.
so that definitely there'll always be new climbers
It's
coming
becoming
into the
a bigger
sport.
and bigger secondary school sport, I think, for sure.
And
she goes again.
She attempts the problem again. She's
Right.
fighting hard.
So she's kind of...
So just now she went with the left hand, she tried with the right hand, that did not work. I think it
got
will be best with the left
She
hand.
got it the first time.
Yes,
though.
her first attempt was her
first
best.
attempt so far was the best, but she really got a little bit thrown off by
Right, 10 seconds
the
left.
volcano. So if you, when you see the incline is, once she gets the volcano, she is literally at the bottom of the incline. So
Yeah.
she is fighting gravity to go up
And
to
time's
her
up.
zone.
Amazing effort by Kyla on problem 1.
And that is to Kyla's
Now Kyla's
first
going to go
problem.
and take a rest right now. And joining us on the wall,
And next up we have Nolwenn Fedal
Nolan
from the French School Singapore.
who's from
Alright.
LFS, Singapore.
So I think in here right
If I'm not
now
wrong,
where we are.
it's El Francais.
Yes.
I'm correct. I think so. I
Yes.
think it's El Francais. If I'm wrong, I apologize.
So right now here at SMU Green, her teammates are also here watching her.
She's sitting and waiting. So as mentioned before, our first 5 female climbers will be attempting Route 1 all by themselves because we have 13 female finalists today. 13.
And after this is novice finals, followed by intermediate
Yeah.
finals, and then of course open finals.
Open finals.
Yeah, so our top 6 yesterday, and yesterday night was the semi-finals for the open women, and earlier this morning
Was
it
the
was the
semi-finals
semis for the men.
open men.
Yeah, so later on we will see our top 6 compete and fight for
Yes.
the top 3 spots.
And the open climbers are really properly pushed because they are the only ones that climb almost back to back.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost.
It's extremely tiring. Because yesterday, so I competed in the morning for
Yes.
the qualifiers, and then at night I had to compete for the semi-finals. You really need to strategize.
For you so far?
It's fun.
Yes.
I really enjoyed the routes. I think the route setters did a really good job. And actually, our route setters is made up of both a Japanese route setter as well as our Singaporean route setters. So all the way from Japan, we actually have Daisuke Kasahara, right? So coming in here to offer his expertise and his point of view. And I heard that the open man routes are actually World Cup standard. He wanted to put it that way. So that is really good.
That's quite a treat actually.
Yeah.
'Cause,
So,
I mean, you would think like World Cup standard, oh no, so hard. But yeah, as I think as climbers, we're a bit crazy in that sense. The harder, the better.
Yes.
We get a bit annoyed when it's too easy. We get equally frustrated when it's very hard. But I think we prefer hard rather than easy.
yes. Make it worthwhile. And of course, together with him, he is joined by Hilman. He is the local chief route setter. And Adi, Zam, and Wensheng, Kai Wensheng. Okay, so all of them are actually from
From
Boulder
Boulder
World.
World. If
Yeah.
you recognize their names, they all sound very familiar. You will see them. They are the ones that set your Boulder World problems.
And actually, yesterday I went to Boulder World to warm up.
Yes.
So I think some people also
Was
went
that a
there.
strategic choice? Like, was that strategy almost?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Just to get familiarized with their style.
But that's worth noting. They did the buddy climb yesterday, the
Yes,
team event, which
yes.
looked quite fun. But
Yeah.
Boulder World also kind of gave them a taster a long time ago with
yes,
a
yes, I
buddy
remember that.
with a buddy climb, like just taster leading up to Gravical's buddy event. Yesterday's team event was interesting
Alright,
also
ladies and
because
gentlemen,
we had
both
open
climbers
timers
will
in a team
Next
event.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right,
moving on.
settled.
And right now we have
So
Nolwenn
on the wall right
Fedal.
now, we
On
have
her
Kyla,
first problem?
we have Nolan attempting
And
problem 2 and problem
Kyla-
1
Kyla is
also-
respectively.
on her second one.
Yes. So for the second problem, just now I went up to that.
To take a look at it.
Yes. So it's actually made up of almost
It
like
just
all
looks
black
volumes.
volumes.
Yes.
Okay, so all textured holds.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting them both on right now. So in a normal gym setting, These volumes are universal, usually as long as they're on the wall and there's a problem crossing it, you can use them to climb and help you get up. So usually they serve as helping points, almost. But in this case, when there's nothing but volumes on the problem, right? Not much help, really, because it's not something that you would usually hold on to get up. It's usually like I push a bit more on the volume.
It's really testing your contact strength.
Yes, it really is. But it's also testing your hand positioning and where you hold the volume, because every part of the volume, depending on how you hold it, there's a high chance you might be able to hold on.
Yeah. So usually when I coach and I tell some of my students how they can prepare themselves if they see a volume climb like this, I would let them know that the apex are usually the best friend. So wherever there is a corner, that is probably your best bet on where you can actually hold on to something.
Yeah, that's what a coach told me too when I first started climbing. Just hold the corner, just hold the corner. Like, why are you holding anywhere else? Corner. Just go for the corner straight away.
And also, you can see that because the volumes are positioned in an angle, it's really very important that they flex their ankles so that they would have as much surface as possible in contact with the foothold. But then that throws the body out, so you need to make sure your core is strong enough to keep you there. And I think Norwen managed to get the zone just now. Yeah, but I think from the zone she fell off. I think now she's trying again to get to the top. Even though these are our U17, our root setters will not go easy on them. They will have to earn the spot.
As we mentioned earlier, these U17 are giving the older climbers a run for their money. So every year they get stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
And it's becoming more and more common in secondary schools, as you mentioned earlier, to have climbing as a CCA sport, and there are more and more young climbers, people that are starting very young, just because the school allows them to.
I mean, for myself, I always hope that I started earlier. I mean, I started when I was 17, and these people are starting at what?
If I tell people when I started, everyone's going to know how old I am, so I'm not going to go there. But I've only been climbing for 3 years, so I would have loved to have been climbing much earlier than I started.
Alright,
but yes.
So you see, as for boulder problem 2, route 2, you can see that right foot is giving her a bit of a problem because it's slanting downwards.
Yeah. So volume problems don't really just stress out on the hand contact, but also feet contact. Your footwork is so important because how you step on the volume and how much weight you put in your feet will really end up hurting you or helping you, because these volumes at certain angles, too much weight can actually be quite slippery. You end up falling off the volume, like just as you're about to move, just because you're pressing too hard. So it's almost like have to give and take a little bit. You really have to know how much to step.
Whenever you climb a volume, right, you would know there's a tipping point when your bum is starting to go out. Oh no.
Yes, correct. We always say step hard, but not very true on volume. Sometimes you step too hard, also not very good.
Alright, so our next climber from the U17 girls is here.
Genevieve Ko
from Tanjung Katong. So once again, we are seeing that the crux is at the very beginning of this problem. We have yet to see anyone get past the zone. By the looks of it, it might be another crux. So they really, for route setters, the way they strategize it is that they try to minimize different answers to the problem. Yes. So they will run the problem, they will test again and again to make sure that the outcome that they want will be the one that comes out. Of course, we have people who surprise us with very unique beta.
We call it a hack.
Yeah.
Exactly what it means. It's called a hack. Which is also why, if you have noticed, if you don't really follow climbing and you're just watching in to support your friends, we tend to call them problems, especially in bouldering. Most of the time people call them routes, but in bouldering we tend to call them problems a lot more often, because there are problems that we are given to solve because they're so much shorter, and getting to the top is like finishing a really, really difficult PSLE maths problem.
Yeah.
The satisfaction guaranteed.
And for this particular format in finals for the U17, they are actually isolated before this. So they don't know how the problems will look like until they come out and actually
come
be there.
out. Yeah.
Yes. So for qualifiers, there was a demo climb. Here there isn't. Okay, so in that 3.5 minutes, it's not just about climbing the problem. They also need to solve the problem in their head and visualize how they can do it the best way possible.
This also means that if we have any U17 or novice climbers, especially novice, if novice would be their first time in finals, if they never made it, if they are not under 17 or they never competed under 17, this would be their first time climbing in a format where they are isolated, where they don't get to see everything being set up. Whereas wherever they do qualifiers in all the comps, they do get to see a demo climb before they compete. So if they are here for the first time in under 17 doing finals for the first time, this will be quite nerve-wracking as well. Because when they turn around, it really is a what is this moment?
It's always the surprise. You can prepare a lot beforehand,
for sure.
but because you don't know what it is, it's hard to anticipate what you need to activate on the day itself.
Exactly.
Alright, with the whistle blow, we now have all three female climbers.
Kyla on her last problem, no one on her second one.
Problem number one, we have Annette.
Joining on the first one, we have Annette.
On the left, we have
United World College of Southeast Asia.
Attempting a final problem, women's group number 3.
So we haven't seen a top on any of them yet.
But then again, the way the qualify their position, our finalists are coming out, is the top qualifiers actually come out last.
Yes, so they are actually brought out backwards from how they were qualified.
But then again, it's not a sure win. They still need to fight because you never know. You can always come from
There's
from
a lot
below
of
and come back up.
factors. There are a lot of factors that affect the climbers when they are climbing. It could mean that during qualifiers it was really their style of climbing and it just worked out for them. And then when they come out for finals, it's just like, oh, nope, not really.
From their category.
So right now, I think the problem number 2 is proving hard to start.
In the finals right now.
I think it's really hard to find that angle where it would work. But the next hold after the starting hold is actually quite close by. So if I'm reading this problem, what I would think is that they just need to hold on to that starting hold
we have 2 minutes
for at
left.
least 2 seconds and quickly move to the second one so that it will take more weight.
Right. Which leg would you put up first though? Because they're having a lot of problem just getting the second leg up. It's not even holding that. They actually no problem holding on because we saw that for Kyla as well. She had no problem holding on to the start, but she also basically did what no one did. There we go. No one got up.
There we go. So usually as a rule of thumb, the more awkward leg should go first so that the other leg can just trail and follow. Yeah. And I think the high step here is really hard, so I think you should start with the high step if you can. But then again, it really depends on also your comfort level, your dimension, your body. Yeah. Because what is a high step for someone might not be a high step for someone taller.
There we go.
Yeah, she's not giving up. She's giving it
Alright,
another
ladies and
go.
gentlemen, these girls have less than a minute left. So if you are here to support Kyla, Nolan or Annette, please give them some love. This is the last 50 seconds to make a difference.
It would be quite interesting to have a route setter sit in on this right now.
Yeah, that is true. I think we can get them.
Is there anyone who's free? We can get them to give us a bit of insight on whether this is what they're expecting to see.
I'm very interested to see the men's route as well. So we will. I think we have one more female climber that's
Before the
coming
men
up
come
on
out.
her own.
Yes. Quite soon we're going to get to see some boys climb.
15 seconds left.
And I think
Come on,
one more
ladies.
thing about isolation is that if you qualified, you're coming out later on, right?
Yeah.
And obviously you can hear the
four,
cheers, the sound. So you can can kind of get an inkling on what's going on outside. If you don't hear anything, then you're like, maybe the rules are hard. But
Yeah,
people
if you don't hear
cheering.
any clapping and massive cheering, you kind of get the... It's actually quite nervous, I think, once you come out.
Yes.
Once you reach the top qualifier, and you're just like, oh no, nobody said anything yet.
Alright, joining us on problem number 1 for the girls, we
And
have
right now, for
Jasmine Wong
problem
from
number 1, we have
MGS.
Jasmine Wong from Methodist Girls School.
Right, Jasmine seems to have very supportive fans here today.
A second. Genevieve Cole?
Seeing some very
Yes.
confident movement from Jasmine. Allez, Jasmine!
Oh.
On Jasmine left, we have Genevieve scaling up problem number 2.
Okay, so Jasmine's actually made it to this position twice already. So far we talk about getting up to the first half. She's actually doing quite a good job
Right,
because
climbers, you
she's
have 2
the
minutes
only
left.
one so far that we've seen who
Allez,
made the
Genevieve.
first move
Yeah.
and then made it again.
Allez, Jasmine!
Yeah.
So she might have a good shot at trying to figure out how to get to the zone at least. We have Genevieve who has made it up there as well. She seems to be making I was gonna say she's making quite good progress.
Yeah.
And then don't talk so soon. I jinx it.
So for Jasmine, her strategy is that she went straight to the volcano. So it's a
Yes.
dynamic move in which her left hand will catch the other hold. I think that is
Versus
smart.
going up
Yeah.
to, yeah.
Right, ladies, you have under 1 minute 30
Yeah,
seconds
that's
left.
That is a better strategy than... And she seems to be using the heart shape or bean hold quite effectively as well. It's just again, after she's in that position though, it's not just a dynamic movement to the zone, she is underneath it. So it's almost,
That
it
is
literally
1
is
minute.
going up and over.
Whistle blow. These girls have under a
And-
minute to make the difference right now.
And just now I was observing there are no jugs on any of the female problems. So for the first route, it's a lot of it's more of like a big pocket, and you won't really know if it's deep or
Yes.
shallow until you get there. And then route number 2 is all volumes, and
Yes.
route number 3, I don't think we have seen it yet, but it's actually
Oh, we saw it for a bit just now.
yeah. But so it
When
starts
Tyler
with
was on it, but it's like a Snoopy donut.
yes. So it starts with a lot of slopers, and then it follows by a lot of crimps. Yeah.
Oh, this is their finals,
Yeah, of course.
and so
I mean, jugs are everyone's favorite tiles, but that's not gonna happen in a
that is interesting that you would say that, because when I was in Japan, I mentioned to a friend that I really like jugs, and he made a very, very, very difficult problem out of nothing but jugs. I had a lot of regret after that, saying that I really love jugs. So be careful what you say in a climbing competition.
Yeah.
Joining us on the wall, we finally have our men.
Our first boy is joining us on the wall. We have Tebow from Rock Huggers.
Tebow is in my
And
photo
also
guy.
for the
Yeah,
female
good to see
climbers,
him
we
here.
have Chan Hui
Right,
Min,
and on his
Methodist
left,
Girls School.
we have Chan Hui Min, who is also from MGS.
And we have Annette, who's back up on her second one. And can't quite see her from here, but that should be Nolan.
Wow. So the route,
So our very first, but we're seeing some flying now.
yeah,
Proper flying
seems
for
dynamic,
the
yeah.
boys.
Quite exciting.
And it's also a very, very short problem.
Yeah. That's like, we can count the holds. 1, 2, 3. It's the start hold, the zone hold, and the end hold. That is it.
Okay, we have Annette trying to do something different from the rest. So our furthest for the girls, I think so far still Jasmine.
Yeah.
but we still have no zones. I'm not quite sure if we have a zone. Let's see.
Okay, so if you do not know yet, we actually have a live scoring for SMU Gravical. So head on to gravical.crib.rocks and you will be able to see the score. And right now we are looking at route number 1.
Tibo's gotten the zone.
He's one hand onto the top.
Got one hand on the top. Oh!
You need 2 hands on the ending hole.
It has to be stable.
Yes.
But Tibo has definitely gotten the zone. He was there for a long time and he moved from it as well.
Yep.
So he definitely got the zone on his problem right there. So problems like this can actually be very frustrating because it is really only 2 moves.
Yeah. So you gotta make it count in those
Correct.
2 moves.
Possibly so many small things that happen in a route that only has 2 moves.
I mean, you would think that the start is the only dynamic part, but the
No,
ending is
the end
also.
as well.
And because the hold is on the left side of the volume, but the foothold is on the right side.
Correct.
You really gotta keep your tension. There you go.
Come on,
Come
Tibo.
on.
There we go.
So his left leg really need to smear hard to give him that stability that he needs as he ends.
Let's give Timo some encouragement right now.
And palm walls are really not easy to smear. Palm walls are possibly the hardest walls to smear.
So our climbers have limited time. They only have 3.5 minutes to climb this problem. If not, they would have to move on. But I mean, they have, for those who just started, they have 2 more problems.
Yeah.
And every attempt counts. And right now, next up, we have Joseph Kwa from Montfort Secondary School for his first problem. And we have Chan Pei Yan from the Rock School for the girls.
Now on the left of Joseph we have Chan Pei Yan from the Rock School.
So on screen right now. On his first. It looks like a tester try. Let me see if I can reach it.
Our climbers need to remember that every attempt counts.
Every attempt counts.
Have you ever been in a position where you got bumped out of going to the next round because you were one attempt away? That is such a big heartache.
I have been in that position in finals.
Oh
where it was an unusually easy finals and everybody more or less, I think like it was 8 of us, 7 of us topped everything, and it was really a fight for attempts.
Yeah, so his attempt.
The ones who won flashed or did it in 4 because we only have 3 routes. I think I did mine like 7 or 8, so a bit of a fail there. But that's the worst feeling though, like oh my gosh, I topped everything, and you're like, you walk down, you came in second last, what? Okay, thanks. That's nice to know, at least I topped it all.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop you, right? You still keep going. Yeah, so for our climbers, it doesn't matter, just keep fighting, always rally and keep going. And here we are on
he's
route
there
number 1.
on his, at the top trying to get up.
So same
Trying a
as,
different approach.
same as Thibaut, right? He
Yeah.
managed to have one hand on the end hold, but finding it difficult to find his balance so that he can bring up his other hand.
Yes. And they're basically black taped everywhere. So
Oh yes,
they
yes.
can't use the side wall, they can't use the corner, they can't use anything. It's really just them, those 2 handholds and reaching the top.
Yep. So the black tapes are used to demarcate the out of bounds zone. And also, I know you can see later on maybe some of the holds that are in a yellow box. Those
Yes.
are down climb jugs. Down climb sure that they can exit the climb properly.
They don't injure themselves on the way down in the
Yes.
excitement.
Yeah, so you must be, why don't they just use the big hold? They can't.
Not allowed.
So there you go, one more time.
So the women's under 17 problems are actually proving to be quite difficult for the girls. And so far for the guys, this throw seems okay because as we mentioned before, these qualifiers do come out top qualifier last.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of a gauge as well.
Yeah.
Again, not saying that they are any weaker or stronger than each other, but it does kind of give you an idea that this jump is definitely doable. But if you manage to see his face when he turned around, the jump is very tiring.
Yeah. And right now we have our next climber. We have Quentin Pakasarang for U17 boys. And for the girls, we have Leora from the Rock School. So we have a few representatives from the Rock School for the girls. Yeah. For the guys, it's quite diverse, coming from all places.
Alright, joining us on
for the girls, we have quite a few that have friends.
Women, we have
with them in ISO.
For the men on problem number 1.
There he goes.
That was quick work by Quentin.
Nice.
We have seen our first stop for the U17 boys.
Quentin
well
has done a very nice top for his problem. This is also the first top we are seeing in these finals.
Yeah.
First stop.
For everyone.
For everyone. This is the first stop we are seeing.
Yeah.
It is only our second competitor, our third competitor for the boys.
Yeah.
But the girls have we've already seen this is the 7th one for them already. So it's actually been going at these finals for quite a while. But right now, and this is our first top.
So as you can see, the tentation is actually filling up. So
the later we get, the more people will come.
Yes. And I know you would want to watch in the comfort of your home, just chilling on a Sunday before you start working or going back to school. But I tell you, nothing beats the atmosphere if you are right here.
We have T-Ball getting up on the volume.
That is one complicated climb.
Wow, I think this problem is going to be, like for Thibaut, you can see he fits nicely into the corner that's there. I would imagine for some of the bigger boys, this will be quite a cramped situation for them to get into and then get out of. So let's see.
Being demonstrated right now.
And if you are looking at the live score, Quentin, who finished the problem number 1 for the U17 boys, is actually ranked number 1 right now.
Yeah.
Because he has 1 top.
And I think if I'm not wrong, no one might still be.
Climbers, you have 1 minute
no,
left.
but we do have a girl that's gone up.
Don't give up.
There you go, Thibaut trying hard again.
Thibaut trying something different now. He tried to squeeze himself into the corner.
Alright, climbers, you have 30 seconds left. Now we're here to support Thibaut. Women, give them a round of applause. "17 seconds left.
Our climbers are getting ready to change over for the next one. So we're actually halfway through our finalists for both the men and the women. Next up we have, for the boys, we have Levin from
Alright,
the
joining
Rock
us
School.
on the wall right now, we have
And for the girls,
Levin from the Rock School.
we have Faith from the Rock School
And on
as
his
well.
left we have Faith, who is also from the Rock School.
So very big Rock School representative right there. Kudos to the coaches.
Yes.
Wow.
Levin just like stood up.
Quick work right there, not wasting any time. But he gotta keep it steady for the ending. Can't be too anxious. Gotta take control of the end hold. One hand in.
So I think just just with Levin, you can see, and then with Quinton Sen just now, you can see that this problem, this does take into consideration height.
Yes, yes.
Because when Levin went up there, I'm pretty sure they were like, wow, so tall,
Yes.
so easy. But then you can see he's still having a lot of problem with the top. So it's actually quite a nicely set problem, taking into consideration the different heights of the boys as well. So even though the first move, getting the zone, so far we've not seen much problem with that. Boys have actually flown up quite easily.
Yeah.
But the second half is as killer, no matter how big or how small.
So just because there are less style of the problem, that doesn't mean it's any easier.
Yes. Actually, I think as a climber in general, I prefer to have more things on the wall than less things.
Because you know, if there's less, it means you need to jump more.
Usually I make
Because they have to fill up the wall.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. Now,
I mean, I've
registration
been, in my short climbing career, I've been in finals twice, and every time it's the same. Like, you turn around, you're just like, huh? Yeah, it's this. Why? I think they missed a few handholds and footholds.
Isolation will
If
also
I were there, I'd
close
probably add one here and add one there.
Yeah.
So registration and isolation are open for the same time.
He's really fighting really hard, trying to find where to
So if
place
you
his
don't
legs.
get the novice final
So you can
standing,
see where the tape is, where the
we need
top
them to
for the
register.
boys are,
Yeah.
and there was a big issue a few years ago about where the tape exactly is on the volume when you have endings like that. I think during one of the Boulder World Cups, because the
Alright,
climber
climbers,
ended
you're
on the
coming
volume
left.
instead of holding the
Let's make it
handle.
count.
So we do need to realize that they really must go for the yellow hole that is up
Yes,
there.
yes.
Even if they have both hands on the volume, it doesn't count
Yep, yep.
because the tape is directly pointed where the hole is.
Yes, yes. So as well as our other competitors, let's say the intermediate and the
Correct.
open category, do make sure that you end on the proper end
Yes,
hold.
we will see that more and more as we go into the various categories. As these categories get harder, there's very high chance that, I mean, now you see 3 holes, maybe you see less.
And so just a quick look at the U17 girls results. It seems like the fight is by the zone
Yes,
because there are no tops yet.
but no one did get her very first zone, so she's in the lead right now.
Yep.
And time's up.
Okay, up next we have Matthew
Alright, joining us from the
joining us
World
from
Cup, we have
UWC
Matthew
Dover.
Alexander Chan from UWC Dover.
And for the girls, we have Nisha Shabira from Sinmin Secondary School.
And on his left, we have Shabira from Sinmin Secondary School.
Sinmin Secondary School is known for producing one of the stronger climbers. Some of them have already promoted all the way to the open category within that 4 years that they are in secondary school. So it's amazing work.
I'm not sure, it's being replayed now.
They really have to be careful about that right foot though, because there's a boundary, so even though their legs swing, it can't swing fast.
Incredible effort by Nisha.
I think he did touch the corner though on the way out, so that really is the ticket.
So close.
Their arms, their limbs basically cannot cross the boundary.
Yeah.
So when they fly up for that dyno, they must make sure that they don't pull in full force, because swing out, swing pass are still okay. Swing out, swing pass on the way back in.
Wow, that was an amazing finish by Matthew on route number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Matthew, please. Alright, climbers, you have 2 minutes left
Yeah.
to complete your problems.
Okay, so
Okay, so what happened is that what we were just talking about. However, it was the route judge that gave
so
the go.
actually Matthew stood there for a really long time and turned around
Yes,
and
he
waited
turned and checked.
and waited for the route judges okay, and he actually got it. We all saw it,
Yes.
and then he jumped down, but
Yeah.
then the chief route judge came over
To correct.
to correct him. So it is worth noting, if you ever want to be a route judge,
Come on.
you must make sure that you know your rules very well, because you do There we
All
go.
right, Matthew, confidently.
Because you do hold the fate of the climbers in your hands. I mean, who knows what will happen if we didn't actually send it this time round.
And
There
I
would be a
think,
dispute waiting to happen.
I think based on what happened, that would still count as a flash. The previous
Yes.
attempt wouldn't count because it was a mistake.
Yeah,
not on
because
the
it was the
climber's
route
side.
judge's mistake.
Yes.
We did see very clearly Matthew up there for a really long time
He
waiting.
turned and he
he
checked.
smiled, he waited.
Yeah. So it's always good if you check first before jumping down.
If you are able to.
Yes, yes. I mean,
If you are not able to turn around and check, our advice is always to just
Hold
stay
on.
there for a long time, maybe count to 5. I mean, once you are, unless this is your qualifiers and you are in flash format and you might run out of time,
yeah.
as long as you have time, just stay there, count to 5, you're safe. Then come down.
Waving for MGS.
Okay, we have on route 3, the woman's third problem.
This
Can
is the
kinda
closest
see it.
we've seen someone on the top. We can't see it on the screen right now.
But that will bump Hui Min up as well.
Yeah.
We've definitely gotten all
Yeah.
So
two
close.
zones now for sure.
Right, joining us on the wall right now, we have T-Shin from Sigming Secondary School. And we also have Janelle from Sigming Secondary School.
Okay, out now, we have Tishin from Simin Secondary School. And we have Janelle who's joined us also from Simin Secondary School. So we have a lot of XRC up there right now. So how many open climbers do we have who are from Simin or still in Simin?
Wait a minute. Did Jason just finish his climb while we were?
Tishin, ah?
Yeah. I feel like he's
I think
done.
he might have because he looks like he's not trying anymore.
Yeah. So wow,
Yeah,
that
Yes,
was
yeah,
great.
well done.
We just turned one
Shot.
shot and it was done.
I
Well.
hope you saw it because we missed
Yeah.
it. So
And right now on route number 2 for the women, this is I think the furthest we have seen someone. She's inching to the top.
oh, we saw Jasmine up there as well, if I'm not wrong, earlier on. But again, we're having the same problem of going up to.
Oh, because that wall
There is
is
like an angle
yes,
at the top.
yes. So it starts out with a bit of a gentle incline and then
Correct.
gets a bit more aggressive towards the end. So
Yes.
it pushes them towards the left side. So their core need to really activate and the
And there
pressure
really
effort.
isn't anything for
Right,
them
you
to
have
hold
1
on
minute
to.
and 30 seconds
They
left.
are cramped into the volume or they have to stay up.
Here we have our climbers
They're
from
just
Payet from the
and
box room.
basically a volume
Attempting the
problem.
last
It's all
pole
about
of
body
the day.
tension.
Yes.
It really is pushing yourself against and away from each volume so that you can keep yourself between the volumes or against. You either have to pull away, lean back.
Yeah.
And once you get yourself in a comfortable position on the volumes, it's actually very hard to move
Yeah.
off from there. She goes giving another go.
We also have Levi on problem number 3 attempting his
Our
last
climbers
problem
actually
of the
have
day as
1
well.
minute left.
And so far we have seen these climbers, except maybe on men's one, because some of them have been sending it
Climbers,
very
you have 25
quickly.
seconds
Yeah.
We
left.
have seen them fight all the way to the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
And we will see that all the way till the opens tonight,
Yeah.
where they really fight, even if it's 10 seconds left. Typically a problem takes about
30
less than a
seconds left.
minute,
Our climbers are off the wall.
45 seconds max most of the time. For them to fight 3.5 minutes all the way to the end, you do the math, you could probably send the same problem 3 times if you can send it. So it's very, very tiring to climb continuously for 3.5 minutes, and then you multiply that by 3 problems. The break they have between is really nothing.
Yeah. I think sometimes the best strategy in these 3.5 minutes is that you can't just keep going.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause.
Each attempt
for
you have
climbers
to
and
kind of think in between what went wrong on your
Yes.
previous
Now,
attempt
just a
so that in your
reminder,
next
these
attempt it's better.
are
Because if you just
17
keep going but you're not changing
competitors.
anything about
Yeah.
it,
They are so
you're
young and
wasting
so
energy
talented.
So
for
you
nothing.
don't you don't just have to think about, I need to keep climbing. You
Yes.
think about, am I climbing? Should I hold this now? Should I hold that now? A lot of split-second decisions have to happen. Literally in split seconds, because it's only 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Who's also from LFS.
And right now we have our next climber. We have Limousine Alexis from the French school. And for the girls, we have Carol Pauline from Outram Secondary School. And there you go, quick work on route number 1.
Easy, easy.
He has to
Gonna
end.
get it. There you go. No. Oh.
Very, very close attempt by Limousine on
It doesn't count because
Unfortunately,
he did not hold
yes.
it for.
If you saw it, he held it and it looked somewhat stable, but he did fall off before the route judge's hand went up. And unlike Matthew just now, we have to agree with this one.
Yes,
because
yes.
he did fall backwards
Yeah.
on the way up.
So it's very important for our climbers to have a stable end, and the definition of a stable end is that it must be, the climber must hold the end hold for at least 2 seconds or turn around to the route judge. So either one would work. And that is
There
definitely
we go.
2 seconds.
So what happened just now was he did do the same thing, but when he put his hand there, his body actually pulled him backwards.
Yep.
So he wasn't that stable. You can
Yes.
see quite clearly if they turn around to jump. Or
Yep.
this is another controversy that we've had many times in many climbing comps, even overseas. So now the rule of thumb is either you stay there for very long or you look like you very obviously turned around to jump off after holding.
I know this happened to one of the top climbers in the world, Chong Jong-won.
Yes. So you might think that we are trying to be picky here and like, why he was already up there, and it's
Yeah.
always very hard to justify these things sometimes. But rules are rules, unfortunately. If unlike Matthew that we saw just now, we have a very clear comparison right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's show them some support for this
Right.
final minute.
So we have 1 minute
1
left
minute
before
left.
our final climbers come out. And looking at the score right now, make sure that you head on to gravical.crims.rocks for the updated score. So we update it real time with you.
If you're not sure where to find it, go to their Instagram page. It's currently the link in their profile, so very easily placed,
All
very
right, brothers,
easy
we have
to
30
find.
seconds left. Let's make it count, guys.
Okay, so we have what I mentioned just now about bigger climbers having a little bit more trouble getting out of that corner.
was a very,
So we
very,
saw
very-
Thibaut fit in very nicely.
Good attempt by Matthew.
And we are looking at problem number 3 for the boys.
For the boys, this is Quinton.
And that's time. A round of applause
Ran
for
out
the
of time.
climbers.
So who do we
That
have in the
last
lead right
round of
now?
climbing.
So currently,
That was intense.
we're still waiting for our first climbers to finish the
Yes.
entire set. But currently in the lead for the boys is Sim Chi-sen from Sydney Secondary School, Limousine from French School, and Quentin. And for the girls, still a zone fight. Nolan is leading the way. We actually have 3 girls ranked
They're
first.
all ranked first.
Sorry.
Faith and Nisha. But again, there will be a countback. If this is the actual result, there will be a countback to
Which
the
is
qualified
basically what
results.
happened during the finals that I was in. We had to do a comeback because we had there were so many of them in the same position.
Yeah.
Unfortunate as it is, this is where your qualifying positions actually make a very big difference.
Yep.
Sishu, who is
And
from
right now on
secondary
route
school.
number 1 for the girls, we have
Attempting
Aura
problem number
Paramaratri from Eagle Climbing Club. And for the boys on route number 1, we have Zatis Aldi. So these are top qualifiers from Thursday.
Yes.
For the girls, we have Janelle attempting problem number 2 for the women.
And I
We
think
have Faith.
Alright, yeah, the furthest so far, she's gotten up, she's pushed up on the zone.
Yep.
She was about to move to the other side, trying to get there. So far she's made the most progress, I think. The other one that made it the furthest on Route 1 would have been Nolan and Nisha.
And right now, problem number 3 for the boys, trying to get past the zone. So he has the
Now,
side
ladies and
wall
gentlemen,
to
this is our
use.
volunteers.
I think he
Seriously.
would need to adjust his
Brushing
left hand a
the
bit
floor.
higher.
Yeah,
So
and
then
you
he
probably need to lean back
Yes.
so he can hook it in the opposite direction.
There you go, he managed to do
Volunteers
it.
are always ready to pick up a brush and give you the extra
So he
push
needs to
that you
shift
need.
his weight upwards. So
He was a bit more flexible.
yeah.
He'd be able to put his foot.
So the zone hold is actually positioned not in a positive way. So it's very important for this type of hold. Every time a hold is upside down, the best strategy is to go upwards. So I think, but now he's trying to figure out how to bring up his right foot. He really got to use the side wall for this
Yes.
one.
He's come back down again.
There you go. But he slipped. I think that is the best cause for this problem. I hope his next attempt will be better.
To hold it there for so long is not easy. You hold it in that position for such a long time.
And here we are looking at problem number 2 for the boys. You really gotta push up against the roof. And again, on problem number 3, we're back again. I think he figured it out already.
Yes.
We'll see if he will try it again.
Alright, climbers, you have
He
30
did.
seconds left.
He did try it again, but I think the previous attempt took a lot out of him already.
So every attempt takes out your energy. So you gotta make sure that you are pacing yourself correctly. So right now there will be no one on problem number 1 because all our finalists have come out. So we're just gonna focus on problem 2 and 3 for both our boys and girls. And still, other than the boulder problem for the guys, the first one, no one has stopped all the
Coming
other
out of
problems.
isolation, these are all
This is
our top
it's not
qualifiers
easy.
for
No,
the under 17
not easy at all.
But then again, that will only push the benchmark higher, and I guess our youth will train a lot harder once
For
this
sure.
competition is over.
I mean, in the last 3 years of climbing, I can say that I think I will not promote anymore. if I'm not promoted, if I'm not an intern now, I don't think I will stand a chance anymore. the problems seem to get harder and harder and harder
yes.
for the categories every year.
Yeah, so it evolves. I mean, a few years back when I just started climbing, the style of climbing was more static, but now it has evolved to a more dynamic movement. So worldwide, not just in Singapore, I guess.
A good gauge, you can go back to past videos of Boulder World Cups and you can see the different styles. The style basically evolving.
Yeah.
And here in Singapore, we do try to evolve. The route setters really try to evolve with the international circuit, international scene.
Yep.
Because we do have climbers who compete internationally as well. And to represent Singapore overseas. So it's always good that we get to have a taste of that as well. And I think the route setters put in a lot of hard work and research to make sure they can deliver that.
And I think one of the more visual indicator of the changes in the climbing scene is the volume
Yes,
times.
definitely.
Yeah, because I've seen the videos of my seniors. It's a lot of big tiles placed far apart from one another. But now, volumes very close to one another, but you can't hold them.
making body movement. Like everybody always says, you need to be very strong upper body. You should be flexible. Flexibility helps. But now being able to move your body effectively also really works.
Yeah. And the thing about climbing is that now, right? It's not just about your physical strength as well. It's also about timing.
Correct.
Because in a climb, there is a part where you need to move slowly, then suddenly you need to move fast. So it's about knowing at which point do you tip over to that next movement.
Correct. And there's so many, that's what we call micro beta. We have the beta, which is how you solve the problem. But between the beta, like we mentioned in group 1, there's only 2 moves. But in between those 2 moves, you can see the right leg has to move here, the left leg has to move there, the left hand has to move there, and the right hand has to move here. And we call that micro beta. Everything that happens within that one move, it's like a 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. And all of these little movements matter.
This is also a reminder for the novice finalists. Okay, isolation is closing at 1:05.
For
you
next,
need to register and bring all
right
your
now we
safety
are
gear.
almost
Isolation
finishing
zone will
our
be back.
Almost at the
U17
end.
finals.
30 seconds remaining
And
for
next
our
up would
final
be
draw.
novice finals, which will be happening at 2:20 p.m. So for those who are still at home or on the way, you can also grab lunch.
Alan, let you
Make
come
sure
on.
that you are here by 2 p.m. Make sure you grab yourself a space.
Get a good seat, get a good view.
And also maybe some bubble tea. It's
All right,
really
give a
hot
round
right
of
now.
applause for Matthew and
It is very, very hot right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So funny, I was just
Just a reminder,
saying
once
just
you're
now,
done
it was
with
so
your
cold
time,
last year.
please
Because
hand
I was
your
also
score
in this position last
over
year.
to
I was
our
so cold last year.
Yeah.
This year is just the exact opposite. It is blistering.
I guess every year will change. Maybe next year it's
Next
cold
year got
again.
snow.
Now we have Zati.
We can only hope.
We're studying the
Next year got
problem right
snow.
now, trying to figure out what is
Oh,
the
well.
best way.
Remember this year got live band. Maybe next year we get snow machine. Every year
That
something
sounds
different.
good, yeah.
Now
You
let's
just
take
have
it
to
over.
close the tentage
Eagle
and blast
Club,
cold air.
Exactly.
who's
Next year got
also
aircon.
root reading.
Right after this category, our route setters will actually be busy setting the wall.
Yes, they will. They're
And
basically going to reset
Yes.
everything.
And if you think the U17 problems are hard,
Yeah.
it's just gonna get more difficult
It's
as
just
we
gonna
go.
get harder and harder and
Yes.
harder as we go along. Yeah, I think for these problems, for the women, we basically see more or less static and semi-dynamic, not
Yeah.
so much entirely dynamic.
We
There we
see
go. We have a top.
Amazing top by Trishin.
it was not on the screen, but
Shin
actually,
topping.
yes, actually there was a top by boulder problem number 3. The
Number 3.
the next top on that, the only top on that route so
Yes.
far. So that's good. So that will definitely help his score.
We have problem 2.
Problem 2 as well. It's seeing some progress as well.
We're witnessing a problem number 2 by Zanti.
I hope to see all problems be solved at least
Yes.
once.
We didn't get one on problem 1 though, but the men under 17 boys.
There you go, very close.
There we go. Come on.
The crowd is getting crazy. They're very excited. This is the first time they're seeing someone get this far on this
Yes.
problem.
Oh!
Can really see the push on his right arm.
Wow,
It's almost scary the way his elbows were
So
moving.
it looks like a speck on the wall,
Yeah.
or like a piece of tape that has been misplaced, but that's actually a handhold where
Yes.
he held just now. That is a handhold, and yes, it does look as small as it is on the screen.
Yes.
It really does. Because from here also we can't really see. From here it looks like a speck, and we're a lot closer than you.
So I think the beta that he was trying is I think the best way to go.
Yes.
It's just that his right arm did not fully engage. So the right arm need to lock, the elbows need to lock, and then he can reach. But if you rush that pushing, it might push your body out of the wall.
Yeah.
So this is all about your triceps right now.
And we can see how slow he's moving also.
Yes, yes.
He's just
And his left foot also has to sit in as he push with the right hand, so that it's not just all on his triceps. His hips is moving,
And all has seemed to
so it's
figure out
moving
a
his
way
center of gravity directly below the
to
hold.
reach his zone.
So I hope he can do it now.
And we actually have both our climbers on screen right now at the bottom of the top. Oh no!
But both of them ran out of time.
Unfortunately, they have run out of time. That is one problem that climbers do face when they have volume
Right now, let's turn our attention
problems.
to
It
Alexis
takes a
and
very
Monique.
long time to do. So if you figure it out a bit too late,
Climbing the
having to
last
go
problem
through
of
the
day.
whole movement again,
Yeah.
even especially if you think you're gonna get it,
Concentration
might
and
not
focus.
really happen also
Biggest
because
thing right now
of
about climbers.
time limit.
Yeah.
They're trying to visualize and plan what is their next course of action.
So we're looking at the live score right now, and for the female climbers, we have 4 people ranking at first because all of them have one zone in the first attempt. But again, of course, it will have to go into count back.
So what happens when you have 4 people?
It will count back to who is the top for these 4 top qualifiers.
So does that mean the one that comes in 4th for these 4 qualifiers will not get a podium position?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So in this case, we really do see a clear example of how important your qualifying positions are. Some people like to discount it. There's only qualifiers. I will just make sure I get into finals can already.
Yeah.
But it really does make a difference.
For the guys, there's actually a clearer difference. I think currently our top position has 2 tops. So we are just waiting for the score to update.
I wonder if this score for Matthew is the correct one or not.
Yeah.
As he figures out a way.
I don't think we saw him go up so many times on the first problem.
1 minute and 30
So right now we are on the
remaining.
last boulder problem for the guys. It's really important that your footwork is really good for this problem because the holes are slanted. So you gotta really be precise and put tension on your foot. So I know there's a big misconception out there that climbing is all about upper body strength.
Yes.
Yeah, you just gotta pull your way up.
Correct.
Still time.
I mean,
But-
there is still, we can't discount that there
Yeah,
is still
yeah.
some truth in it for
Yeah.
sure. If you are upper body stronger than most,
Yeah.
you do have
All right, 40
a
seconds.
bit
left.
more of
Good
an
morning.
advantage, but it's the same way with every other physical ability. I think if you're more flexible, I think for this third problem, especially for the guys, if the guys were a bit more flexible,
Yes,
and we
yes.
see that a lot in comms,
Yes.
there are a lot of flexible movements for the guys just because it's just a physicality that
Yeah.
guys tend to
Ignore.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I wouldn't say ignore. I would say not as easy for them to attain.
Yeah, but
as
it takes a
girls.
deliberate practice for
Correct.
them. It's the same for how girls need deliberate
10
practice in
seconds.
more dynamic movements.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we can see, we saw
Ladies
it
and
quite
gentlemen, round of applause
just
for
now
Alexis.
where Musin actually put his leg up quite high, so he can get his leg there, but that lack of tension in the muscle after that does affect him from continuing. So I mean, if you're more flexible than others, you have a bit of an upper hand. If you're more upper body strong, you do have a bit of an upper hand. Of course, the normal, if you're taller, if you're longer, you have a slight upper hand. But all of it really works together.
Yeah.
You know, like I think I did hear someone get very upset. It's like, no, I just spanned the route. It's like, but there's so many other things that you won't be able to do, like cram yourself into a small space. So don't worry.
Yeah.
You know, you have to really know how to use your body, I think, when you are climbing.
Yeah. So it's not about what you don't have, but it's
Yes.
what you have and then making it work for
Correct,
you.
and how you use it.
Yes. And while you are still using your strength, of course, work on the weaknesses. If you know you're not flexible, do something about
Correct.
it.
Isolation is going to close.
So right now we have our last 2 climbers. Alright, so these are U17 boy and girl. They were our top qualifier. So
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing
right after
Aura
the climb, we will
making
head
quick
on
work
for the novice finals.
of women's
And
problem number 3.
Aura has actually made it to the highest points, I think. She's the one competitor that's come the closest on every single problem so far.
She's inching towards the end hold right now, but the end hold is not as good. So as for the guys, we are looking at number 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, attempts do count into the scoring. So these guys are trying not to waste any attempts.
So maybe we can see.
And that is why they are fighting so hard.
So yeah, they are climbing right now.
Kind of see them.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to 1 minute 30 seconds.
So our
For Zaki
climbers
and
have
Aura.
1 minute and a half.
Come on, Aura. She's so close. Just an inch
So
away.
it's very hard to see right now on the screen, but Aura is actually climbing really hard. She's been on that position for a while
Yes.
now. She's really revving to go for the end hold because it's quite a dicey end. You can't just
Correct.
jump for it.
And it is a slab. So if you're wondering how she can stay there for so long, it is a step, so it's a positive angle, and if you have a sense of balance, you keep your body close enough to the wall, until you actually move, you are quite stable. So she can stay there for quite a while. Unfortunately, she only has about a minute left. We have a
there
talk
you
on
go,
our
and
third problem.
Round of applause for Zati. That was some amazing climbing
Very
that
nice.
you've shown us today.
And at this point, Aura really just
Climbers, please be reminded to
cannot
handle your score
come down.
sheet.
The moment she comes down, she's done. Her time is up. She would not have time to
We
try
have 30
again.
seconds and we have one climber left on the wall. So let's show us some support. Aliora, come on!
It's a very good attempt there.
Yeah. Not sure if she's gonna give it another go.
Alright, round of applause for all
I don't think
these.
she has time.
Okay, and that is it for our climbers.
Our under 17 finals has just
The
ended.
day only gets more exciting because up next we have our novice finals, which is
See if
happening
we get the
at
scores
2:30.
updated. Those look quite updated already. I
So
think.
you are a novice finalist. You have a little bit over 5 minutes to get registered and head over
So for the
into
guys,
the isolation zone.
currently this is not the final score, but for in third place we have Limousine. In second place we have Chi Shen, and on the first place we have Zati. And for the girls, we would need to wait for the update. There were no tops for the girls.
No,
right?
there were no tops for the girls. It's safe to say Aura got all the zones.
Yes,
For
yes,
sure?
yes.
So as expected, Aura would be in first place.
So currently, both on 3 people are tied in second place based on score. We have Nolan, Faith, and Nisha. And based on a count back of their score from the qualifiers, Nisha and Faith would rank higher than Nolan.
Yes.
So, but of course, please do wait for the final score by the chief route judge.
Just don't take our word for it.
Yeah.
Because we do, especially for the boys, we do have that little dispute with Matthew just now. So that might change the scores a bit because a lot of them did only top the first problem.
If you are an iPhone user, and you are familiar
So we do have
with
to wait for that as well.
Yeah.
Our novice finals is starting at about 2:20. To be safe, I'd come around 2 o'clock if you would like to watch it, just to make sure that you can have a nice space. But it also is dependent on how fast the route setters can change the problems. If they do change it earlier, we might start, I would give and take 5-10 minutes earlier as well. Yeah.
So right now, our SMU organizers as well as the route setters are clearing the wall to set up for the novice finals. And of course, this event won't be around without its sponsors. Of course, we have True Yoga, we have Exodus, and Tape, Tiger Balm, All Spots, and Petzel. And of course, Boulder World supporting this event so that this could happen.
We have our booths actually here for Exodus. They're empty at the moment. I think they haven't arrived yet. So if you're coming down later, these booths should be mended. Once they come, I'm sure you can ask your questions. We've seen quite a few Instagram posts of the booths being well used. So do come down to watch the climbing and get more information about the sponsors who are supporting this competition. The first competition of our, I would say, semi-national bouldering circuit, Singapore's very own.
Yeah.
This is the first of many to come throughout the year.
For the competitions open to public, I think the next one would be happening in around May or June.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do take a bit of a break for all the actual, the real national competitions. Not this one, not real lah, but
yeah. But I think for the youth, I think there is the National Schools Bouldering Championship
national schools will be coming up.
happening for them. So there is something in between. For the rest, they would have to wait until
middle of the year. Lots of time. Usually Gravical inspires people to train.
Yeah.
And then everybody will be training for the mid-year comps where we have a slew.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. Matthew Alexander Chan from the other
Alright, and shortly we will be speaking to one of the climbers that came from the U17 finals, just to ask them the experience.
Alexander Chan, we need you to head over to the epic counter. We need to discuss the scoring with you real quick.
So, of course, there's always a learning point in every competition and in every finals that you made. But I think all of them have promoted to novice now, so they gotta carry that experience with them. As
Only the podium climbers.
Is it?
Yes, yes. So for under 17, they do not automatically get promoted if they get into finals. They have to podium, and this is mainly because it is different from novice.
Yeah.
Mainly because they are under 17. It is quite a jump from being under 17 to novice, especially if they promote very early on in their climbing career. If they are really 12 or 13, they tend to still be quite small. So they do give them quite a number of years, unless they grow too old, then no choice. No longer under 17.
Grow too old.
But it also means that you actually get a chance at selling the podium spot. So
Yeah. So of course our SMU organizers have been working really hard. Whenever you plan a competition, it's not actually just that 4 days, nor is it just that week. It actually takes about a year of planning, preparing, making sure that all your logistics are made up, making sure that your marketing is ready to...
usually I think planning for competition starts after the competition.
Yes.
So after Gravical is over, the committee will probably take like maybe max a month break, and then they'll come back together and start planning Gravical for next year.
And probably a lot of sleepless nights for all the project directors
Yes,
right here.
definitely.
But it's good to see everyone is helping out. Last day, making it the best one. Of course, this event is supported by All Sports, so they are actually the official climbing partner, and they are the official distributor for Petzer, Bill, 510, and Rock Exotica, and other professional brands of work and adventure technical equipment. So if you're planning to head outdoor, or you need new climbing shoes, of course you should check them out. Okay, make sure you get all your gears, get yourself ready for your next adventure.
And not just outdoor to climb, all sports is exactly what it says. It's all sports equipment. So do check them out, not just climbing gear. If you're looking to go for a trek or go outdoor for a run, expand your horizons, all sports is a very good place to start.
Yeah. And then of course just now we were talking about how some climbers like myself went to Boulder World to warm up. So Boulder World is actually located at Paya Lebar, alright, at Synchro Center. So it's actually the official gym partner, and the route setters are from that gym. So make sure that you head on there, okay, to try out the boulder problems. And
they have one of the highest reshuffling rates. They do a reshuffle. Sections of the walls are smaller, but they do reshuffle twice a week. So every week you have at least 2 different sections to climb at that is brand new. And we always like brand new, especially either if we're so strong that we've sent everything, or we're so weak that we've already sent what we can. Or just the joy of, I think, challenging ourselves to send problems that we've never seen before. It's like our very own comp field. Whenever you go on the first day, everything is new. And new handholds are always nicer than ones that have been used.
so right now we will take a short break before our next category, and hopefully we will be able to speak to one of the competitors in the U17 and find out what they learned and how was the experience for them. So we hope to see you later, and stay tuned.
See you later.